What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Stock Watch Sunday. My name is Brad, and this is Own the Chaos, where we talk about over-the-counter penny stocks. This is what I do for a living. I love penny stocks. I love the volatility that it brings. And tonight's topic is going to really revolve around the hot topics that have been going on throughout the week, which is rare earth materials. Which one should you stay away from? Which one should you take a closer look at, potentially take a position on? Go over that, as well as some other stocks that I think probably should be worth keeping your eye on throughout this week. Now, again, this isn't a, yes, you must buy this. No, you must stay away from that. But having said that, I do this for a living. I'm very successful at it. And as a lot of folks that are tuning in could probably attest to, I'm pretty spot on with most of the stuff that I talk about. So, welcome, Alan, Raquel, Bob, Shark81, Quick Red Fox. What's going on, Jesse? Good to see you, man. Green evening. I love it. So, what are we watching today? So, the stocks that I'm watching are going to be obviously the normal ones that I've kind of been talking about at length. So, there's two different strategies that I have. So I do a lot of longer term investing, long term swing trades, and then I do some shorter stuff. So PRED's on the list. We got a new one that I think I'm going to probably hold on for a little bit, and it's RAFA. A couple other ones that I'll go ahead and explain to you why I'm watching them. REEMF's another one. And so again, to go off of those rare earth type of stocks, I think they're definitely worth taking a look at. So as I'm seeing some more people rolling, and I don't know what's going on. Maybe the YouTube notification wasn't very timely. I don't know. Sometimes it's slower, but it's going on. Tanisha, Amy, Trading for Days, Mark. Good to see you guys. So I also wanted to kind of ask your opinion. So if you could leave some comments, or maybe leave some comments in the chat here, how you guys have been liking the new video schedule. Now, just to kind of give you a heads up, this week, I'm going to be ramping it back up. No, I'm not doing the midday market recaps, but there will be daily videos that come out. Saturdays are going to be my day off, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to be doing the podcast kind of related stuff where I go, and do podcasts with Christian, who is part of the We Trade HQ community. And then we're also going to be having special guests on, so be on the lookout for that. But Tuesday, Thursdays, and then, of course, Stock Watch Sunday, they're all going to be OTC stock related. The thing that I'm doing with my channel is that I really kind of just want to expand it out. So I've explained this to you guys. You guys seem to be pretty receptive to it. The longer I do this, the longer I run a YouTube channel, the more that I'm realizing that there's more to owning the chaos than just over-the-counter penny stocks. I mean, life can be chaotic, right? So I'm trying to just branch out a little bit, kind of let you guys in to what it is that I've been up to other than just stock trading. I don't believe in having 1,000 different channels for each specific genre that I want to kind of go over. So, I'm just looking at other people's personalities and channels. It doesn't seem to really work. So I'm just going to be, talking about whatever I want, putting out content that I love to put out. Hopefully you guys love it too. I'm just going to keep rolling with it. So, let's go ahead and I will share what's going on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here with you guys real quick. And we're going to talk about the first one. So Predictive Technology, PRED. Again, like I said, this is one that I feel is going to be a good long-term type of hold. I got into this originally around $4.14. I have since averaged down and bought in on the dip here as well. And it made quite a return from its 328 support down here. And it looks like it's starting to approach a new resistance. If it can break out of 408, I think we're going to be in good shape. Just to kind of give you an idea, I have gone over a lot of due diligence on this. So I don't want to waste anybody's time by going over all of it yet again. But let me just tell you that the management that's behind PRED is rock solid. And they're also looking to uplist. I think that we'll probably hear something about that uplisting news either this week, early next week on PRED. They're uplisting the NASDAQ. When that happens, I think we'll see a significant move on PRED. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw somewhere close to $10 by the end of the month. If that happens, I don't know. I can't say enough about PRED. I think they're going places. And given the type of management that's running this thing, there's no way that they're going to just let this sit and nothing happen with it. So you can tell that maybe some folks were just day trading it. looking at it short term. For me, I'm looking at it much longer term, and I'm adding the dips and grabbing all the shares that I can. I got in way late on this one, obviously, but given the kind of potential I see on this long term, I'm not sweating it at all. And it's just kind of one of those ones where I'm just going to like set it and forget it, and that's it. Yeah. Just looking at some of the comments here, it's pretty funny. So anyway, RAFA. The next one that I am watching for the week and probably the month of June. I really think that there's a lot of potential here. I actually brought it to the attention of a lot of our folks within the morning mentorship. And, if you're not familiar with the morning mentorship, I do go live with folks from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time, just to kind of, give you a better understanding. Maybe you're new to trading over-the-counter stocks. Maybe you need some extra help. Maybe you need that leg up. And so we have a great community within We Trade HQ, which, by the way, this is the platform that I've created along with my partner, Jake. And it's just been, it's an awesome community to be a part of. There's a lot of folks that are learning and growing and celebrating each other's success. So if you want to check that out, the links are down in the description below. But anyway, I talked about this within the morning mentorship, and all it did, I brought it to our attention down at 6.7. That's where I bought it, was at 6.7, and it has gone up to highs of 20 cents. Here's why. So they've been quite active as of recently, and I'm actually going to back up to the news that came out on Thursday. They announced that Reformer joins with Gloria Kotnick. Hopefully I pronounced that right, to new victories. Anyway, what you really need to know is that she is a Olympian, and so she's going to be kind of like the face of the company, if you will. Every company, that looks to do a lot of press releases, that sort of thing, for marketing purposes, has somebody like this, a celebrity, what have you. So she's a Slovenian, I think, Slovenian snowboarder, 3-time Olympian. With more than 120 International Ski Federation races under her belt, blah, 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 blah. You don't need to know all that. All you need to know is she's a face of the company now that they're going to be using for marketing and stuff like that. So this is kind of like what woke a lot of people up. Bought this at 6.7. I was like, okay, this is cool. Well, then they came out with news on Friday, basically telling everybody what's been going on. The application was here. It was one of the only 3 accepted and approved by Ministry of Agriculture, Economy and Food of Slovenia. This year, Reformer will be cultivating 2 fields of cannabis to be used exclusively for Reformer's products. Reformer already had 3,000 square meters of cannabis farming land, and has just acquired an additional 7,000 square meters for partner companies. So they're going places, I think. They expect to raise approximately 20,000 seedlings in the month of June. The yield will be about 8,000 peaks, which approximately 70% of CBD resin can be obtained. So they're going to be branching out into Eastern Europe, Asia, all over the place. I think there's a lot more to go here. Think Aurora. Think of a European Aurora, if you will. Share structure, 71 million. I would venture to say 71 million is probably the float, somewhere around there. And I don't think RAFA is done. If you're looking for any kind of pullback, I would say probably 15 cents could be your best bet. But it would not surprise me if we saw $1 here either going into this week, next week, definitely by the end of June. I would venture to say we're going to see this blast off given that share structure. Now, this is a double-edged sword, right? We're talking about RAFA with, the share structure that it has. I think that, there's obviously potential that it could have a significant pullback rather quickly. So just understand and manage that risk. And if you like it, like I said, I think I like it right around 15 cents. If it were to drop back down and I hadn't gotten in it yet, that could be a good spot to perhaps enter and kind of just see where it goes. Keep an eye out for cobalt mining. Yeah. So anyway, cobalt mining is definitely probably a good one just because it's another one of those rare earth ones. Wow. That's pretty good, Driver Dave. All right. So the next one I'm going to be looking at is going to be KPAY. This is one that, the share structure is pretty awesome. This has had a lot of ups and downs. And every time it comes back down to this resistance, all the way back to January 19, this is on daily chart. We go all the way back to January 19, so that's this year. every time it comes down to 41, it bounces right back up off of it. So I'm not saying that this for sure is going to be the day or the week that it does it, but given the pattern that we've seen on KPAY, we could certainly see that there could be some room for this to bounce off of these levels right at 40 cents, 41 cents, somewhere around there. And it's the last few times it's done it, it's gone from 41 cents all the way up to 94, and then it's gone back up to 77, 83. So you could make an argument that there's potential here for an easy double, maybe more, if it bounces off of this support yet again, and we can make a nice little move going into next week for KPAY. Lastly, I'm going to get into these rare earth materials. So what are rare earth materials? I'm going to bring myself back here and just kind of explain them to you a little bit. What's been going on with the China trade war? So, all right, look. So without trying to get too political, the climate here is that the Trump administration, the U.S. government, is looking to try to end Huawei. It's basically, to put it in its most basic form, or to try to make it as relevant to you as possible if you're not familiar with who they are. They're basically the Verizon of China. They're a huge mobile phone company, and they've done a lot of shady stuff. So while the U.S. is trying to basically end that company, they're huge, multi-billion-dollar company. China is basically retaliating and saying, listen, we're just going to cut off all the rare earth materials, which, by the way, these rare earth materials are used for rechargeable batteries, computer memory, you name it, all kinds of electronics and stuff like that. So that's probably why, if you're trading big board stocks, you've seen stocks such as NVIDIA, AMD probably taking a dive. I mean, let's be honest, the entire stock market took a dive over this past week for a lot of reasons, but this was one of them. So I think that looking at some American rare earth companies, as well as just North American, so we'll look at one Canadian one, we'll look at one that's in America as well. I'll give you my opinion on both of those, but those are two that I'm definitely keeping an eye on. But if you're looking at other rare earth material type stocks within that are U.S. based, I think you'll see a significant increase as long as China is still trying to take a good hold of those rare earth materials and basically playing their card. The U.S. basically said, hey, listen, we're looking to, put a stranglehold on Huawei. And then China's coming back and saying, listen, that's cool. We'll just hold back all of our rare earth materials. So that lends you the opportunity to look at some of these other ones that are U.S. based and say, okay, scarcity matters. Scarcity increases value. And so from an economic standpoint, you're looking at this and saying, okay, I'm going to look to see which ones could make a potential move. And they already have started. So if we look at TMRC, it's already gone up 37% as of Friday, and really kind of made some moves as of really last week. Made some decent moves here. And this is really the only reason I think that this has actually been moving. It's been because of the current political climate. And so I think TMRC could continue to make a move here. Actually, it started to cross again on MACD, even though it looks a little high on Bollinger Bands and the RSI. I think that it could definitely pull back down to this 38, and that would lend me an opportunity. You can bet that I'm probably going to buy right there. If it comes back to 38 cents, it's almost a no-brainer for me. I think that definitely there's some potential here for TMRC to get a good move on, and here's another reason why. This is as of April, they successfully produced multiple high purity rare earth elements from Pennsylvania, coal mining waste material, and so they have the Department of the DOE Phase 1 awarded TMRC's second U.S. governmental grant following a successful 2016 DLA demonstration. They got a lot of money coming in here from the government, so that's another thing that would add value to this. Honestly, really, the big important thing here is looking at share structure. Looks pretty good. This is 34 million is basically what you probably want to go off of. 36 million is probably what the float's going to look like. But the key is that as long as there's tension here between China holding back rare earth materials, I think you'll start to see a lot of these other stocks pop up out of nowhere and really gain some traction. Be on the lookout for other stocks that maybe haven't been discovered yet. You could certainly get a nice little sympathy play out of those. And here's the other one, REEMF. I think the move's already been made on REEMF. Look at the last 2 days. This is a daily chart here. You can see this. This already started to kind of creep up, towards the last part of May. And then the last 2 days, 3 days, it made a huge run up. But I think there's probably still room here. If it looks like it's consolidating a little bit on a 30-minute chart, which I actually kind of like to see. If I can get an opportunity to get here at 46, 45, somewhere around there before it starts to take off again after this consolidation period, I think that we could definitely see some nice moves out of REMF. I don't think 48 cents is the end of it, as I don't think that 45 is at the end of it for TMRC. Just to give you a little bit of an example here of how I think TMRC could make an even stronger move from here. Rare earth materials... security details and rare earth materials is 50 million estimated in the float. TMRC is less than that, 34, 36, somewhere around there. So I think it can make a much stronger move with less buying volume coming in for TMRC. I think the move I think the one that's going to make more moves here is TMRC. And just given the share structure and, like I said, the political climate that's going on, looking for rare earth materials is going to be the big thing. Now, I would probably venture to say that it's probably safe to stay away from tech companies for now, at least throughout this week until they can figure something out. But keep an eye on those tech companies. Look, if you're looking at big board stocks, again, like I said, NVIDIA, AMD, there's other bigger tech stocks, even Apple, Amazon, all those. I would keep an eye on those because let's just say a deal is made. You're going to be able to buy in at the bottom of those probably before the general public kind of really starts to put two and two together. So just keep an eye on them. Look for some sort of bottom play on those tech companies because they're going to come back. It's just a matter of when, not if. So make sure that you keep an eye on stuff like that. And I think that you'll see a nice little strong move if, in fact, a deal is made. Let's go ahead and get some questions answered here. Just kind of wanted to, let's see. Green Wave is coming in like a freight train. That's for sure, Jesse. What's going on, Joker? Hey, there you go. Thanks for the plug, Jesse. If you want to join at the bottom of these runs, you need to join WeTrade HQ. We find them all, and that is a fact. So, guys, if you're interested in joining WeTrade HQ, again, the links are in the description. That platform that I was showing you throughout this video so far was WeTrade HQ itself. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Go check it out. Create an account, and then you can go search your favorite ticker, do some technical analysis right there on the site, talk about it amongst your friends. It's a great community to be part of. We have over 43 members from around the world learning and growing and celebrating each other's success. It's just an awesome place to be. So, TMRC is a rare earth ticker. It is. Supply and demand, absolutely. Hey, thanks, Jake. Joker. Yeah, batteries need cobalt. Yep. So again, just kind of hammer home the rare earth stuff. We see these waves all the time. If you were in crypto back in 2017 and you traded over the counter penny stocks, everybody and their mother was talking about crypto. So then everybody's buying them up. I think we'll start to see this playing out very similarly, just as it has with the cannabis industry. Anybody starts to whisper so much as cannabis, everybody's buying it up. If this, political climate remains the same and China keeps wanting to hold their rare earth materials back, we could see a lot of these other stocks popping up. Somebody starts to whisper something that they discovered, some rare earth material out in freaking, I don't know, Utah, somewhere around there. People are going to be buying it up. It doesn't even matter. But be smart about it, okay? Still do your own due diligence. Still look at things like share structure. Make sure that there's not notes all over the place, all that good stuff. Trade smart. There's a lot of things that happened in the crypto, when crypto went crazy, people it would have 35 billion in the float. They didn't care. They're buying the hell out of it. So And that's the wrong way to go about doing it, right? So be smart about these trades. Even though the hype might be there, there's still going to be better trades than, just throwing a dart. So just kind of want to hammer that home. Hit the like button. Yeah, absolutely. Give me a thumbs up, guys. I certainly would appreciate it just to show this channel a little bit more support. Do you ever consider offering one free introductory month to the mentors or to the mentees? Driver Dave, actually, I kind of do. If you're interested in checking out the course that I provide and you're looking to get a basic understanding of how over-the-counter penny stocks work, you go buy the course, you get a month free. Otherwise, no. This is free, right? This costs you nothing. I'm giving you a lot of information. YouTube, I got so much stuff all over YouTube. I give all kinds of stuff away for free. We Trade HQ is free. So there's a couple of things that I just like to keep close to the vest. The morning mentorship is one of them. So that'll never change. I give a lot of discounts for folks all the time. There's even a hidden one on We Trade HQ. If you want to go check that out, there's a hidden discount over there. If you go to We Trade HQ under My Mentors and click on My Mentor page, you'll see it. So, it costs less than your cable bill every month. So, take that for what you will. You get your life changed, and it costs you less than, your Comcast bill, whatever. So, there you go, Jesse. And that's fine. If you're in Kiko's group, that's cool. And that's why we had an evening session and we have a morning session. If it doesn't work for you in the morning, that's cool. I totally understand. And that's what he's there for. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for tuning in. There's no other questions about tickers, so I'm just going to end it there. That's it for me. Again, if you're interested in checking out anything that I talked about previously, whether it's about the We Trade HQ community, whether it's about the morning mentorship courses, what have you, all the links are down in the description below. I hope that I see you there, and please give me another thumbs up. If I've earned your subscription by providing you with excellent content, I certainly would appreciate that as well. And guys, just a reminder that if no matter what you're trading in the market, We Trade HQ is the place for you. That's it for me. Thanks for tuning in. B. Smith is out. Oh yeah, I'll see you all before the bell.